Heard you guys like bosses, so we're doing another ranked elite boss. This one's Bloon. I think it's a pretty fun week because if you want to take a look at the rule set, it's only 2 of every monkey, aside from maybe 3 of some things, like Sniper, Heli, Alchemist, and Farm even. To compensate though, they made Bloon really weak, so overall pretty easy week, but as you see, we're not allowed any paragons. NK just doing a little bit trolling here. And so without paragons, that means it's going to be a week where buffs are going to reign supreme. And as for the time or the score we want to aim for, it's at least cash this week. So looking like maybe 500,000 is a solid score, a little bit above that. We're going to see how low we can get in 1 attempt. I skipped the first 5 rounds. What I did was a Dart Monkey and a Farm. This round, I think I get a Zeely. The Moneymaker heroes are banned, so that's where I do an Zeely. Zeely pretty good because of the totem, with 15% attack speed. What I'm going to do for the early game is going to rush a bank. So several boring rounds later, let's get our round 20 Monkey Bank. And now I'm just going to wait until it's full, and then we get IMF loan. Because remember, for least cash, you don't want to sell. Ideally, you don't want to sell farms to accelerate your farming, because that counts towards your score. Every time you sell, the cash counter goes up. All right, we need some defense now. So, as soon as I can, let us get a heli pilot. So this will defend the rounds, and I'm also going to end up using it as income, because middle path is enabled. All right, end of round 31. Collect. IMF loan. Deposit all. Let's go go crazy here. It would, but the thing is, with least cash, you don't have to farm. Like, if you don't have to farm that hard, you shouldn't. So that's why I've planned to get the minimum amount of farming in this setup. So even though we do have the ability to go for 5th tiers, that's completely unnecessary. So I'm dead serious. I don't want to buy anything more at this point before getting a discount village. So I'm going to try to beat round 35 here, which I know is really hard. On Bloon's custom rounds, he spawns ceramics. So let me spend 10 lives on a totem. Yeah, I'm for real right now. To boost my heli damage. Okay, 52 lives. I will take it because remember with Chinook, you regain the lives back. It's no biggie. I think now we can go for it, right? 11.3k. Collect in full. And so it begins. If you thought my obsession with discounting was already out of hand, well, least cash really amplifies that. It really makes me want to save every single penny possible. So there's double discount. Collect IMF loan. Buy Monkeyopolis. And now we rush the Chinook. But because we have the power of Chinooking and moving towers, we are going to try to double discount as much as we can. Actually, hang on. Testing. Triple discounted Super Monkey, I think can be done. You don't often see me do the triple, but it's worth it for this one. All right, hear me out. Because the thing is, we want to rush getting the Sun Temple. Sun Temple is a further discount, 20 wallpaper percent. And you combine that with, discounts after Temple. We get some really damn cheap upgrades. So the neat thing about Bloon being weak as hell is the fact that you can simply just not care. Look how long the map is. The issue is going to be beating it in 20 rounds rather than anything else. So in the meantime, let's get our final farm. Final farm being the support Chinook. Well, the true final farm is actually the Sun Temple, because remember, if you get the support category, you get end of round cash. So that's what's going to help us afford the stuff late game. And this to build into the 100k upgrade. 6,000 HP on Elite seems wrong, yeah. We gotta remember it's double, I think. Rather triple the amount. So 18k HP, which is, I guess, weaker than a tier 1 normal, but yeah. So basically, when I get Temple, all of these villages are gonna be used as sacrifice fodder to get 50k. Now, I was contemplating, maybe I should just stop at the 25k sacrifice amount, because if you didn't know, the only real difference between 25k and 50k of support in the Temple is 1 damage. And right now, I did the math and I gotta spend 15 more k on villages to reach 50k. So it was a decision of whether I wanted to spend 15k extra for +1 damage on all my towers. I think to play it safe, the answer is gonna be a yes. So let me cook here, let me cook. I did the math, and I think if I buy these upgrades, I'm really close. So the total sell cost of all of the villages has to be 38.5k. Right now, the math is 38.3, so this gets me there. We did it, the bare minimum. Also, right, -1 damage for Bloon means Sun Avatar does no damage. And you can't embrittle for +1. But that's okay. Look how OP Azalea is. With her 20 damage attack. Okay, and now I just gotta figure out what is the lowest amount of D that I need to be able to beat tier 1 Dread here. So I'm thinking just primary monkeys. Once we get that, overdrive and embrittlement gets us there. Sell this for cheaper overdrive, as you see. Only 30-40 and tier 1 discounts. So this and this. And that's gonna be enough for tier 1, I think. Assuming this defends all the rock balloons. Come on. Overdrive Embrit. If it doesn't, then let me think here then. Oh crap. They're going through. Okay, they're pretty close to being damaged though, so I think I might be able to leak a couple of them. If not, maybe tank a couple. Yeah, like how's this? Let's get Azalea to damage the rock balloons. And her Chinook. And we do indeed pop all them. And that was easy. Insane shred on tier 1 there. That's kind of how it goes with least cash, I feel like. Because you can only spend so much money, you end up just having a trivial tier 1s to 4s. And then it's just tier 5 where you gotta, like, maximize things. Like, the strategy for if you truly want a top 1 in a least cash is simply find the bare minimum defense to barely survive. Squeak past Dread Balloon at the last second. It's as annoying as it sounds. Alright, so let's bring on tier 2, where again, we'll do absolutely nothing. So I'm gonna explain to you why I'm actually not going to use the cash crate anymore, okay? It's because I'm gonna get Avatar Wrath later, and apparently it doesn't count the amount of lives you have above the default value, which is 100 starting this game, so this would give me too many lives if I keep using it. I'm just gonna let the Monkey Opus money get me to Sun Temple. Because again, without Paragons, we're basically just gonna go for all of the usual good stuff that can indeed break down tier 5 with enough buff. So Avatar Wrath, even though it's nerfed to only be a 50% attack speed cap now, it means I'd have to drop to 60 lives or below, I think. So that's why I'm using my totem to shave off those excess lives. Defend this wave? Alright. Sacrifice. And that should be a +2 damage buff given. Next up, get back our discounts. Now I'm gonna make a controversial choice here. Instead of putting all 3 villages that I have clumped together again for the godly triple discount, I think I've decided ahead of time that it's better to put the 3rd village on the very left side. Because I'm gonna need to shrink a lot of things. Like, does that make sense? It's gonna mean, like, my cash score isn't as efficient, but I think it's worth having extra attack speed on this side over, maybe a 3rd discount. That said, I think it's time to start buying things for the end game. So this is the cheapest attack zone can go. 15k. Let's get our three druids ahead of time, alright? This isn't the first time I showcased the support temple, but, I mean, it's honestly so amazing. You get discounts and damage buffs. What's not to like about it? Again, we'll just set up our primary defense early. There's no harm in doing that. So Brittle and Taxo now. Literally, Vanilla Temple can beat down tier 1, so we're good. Oh, crap. I just realized I made a mistake, guys. I think I'm gonna have a score that's a couple $100 more than I would like, because I think the next thing I want to get is the following. I can double discount over here. We want to get a Glue Strike. Here's what I think I could have done to save more money, yes, even though it's almost negligible. It won't cost me a spot. But if I had bought 011 glue before getting Temple, it would have been cheaper, because I had free upgrades with Primary Mentoring. So what I should have done is I should have bought every single Primary upgrade that I need before buying the Temple, because I don't plan to get Mentoring back, it's too expensive. And I plan to get a lot, by the way. A lot of primaries, or rather a lot as in like 2 more. I still want to get the 2nd Overdrive because it's efficient, and 1 more Ice Tower for the Embrittlement. And again, tier 2, 3, 4 are going to be easy as cake. I'm going to tell you in advance. Alright, Perma is a no-brainer with his defense. Alright, and a 36k Avatar Wrath. Yep, that is a nice, cheap MFer. We'll Shinogi here to make the rounds go a little bit faster. And let us bring on tier 3. Wait a minute, why doesn't this have AMD Perma buff? So am I tripping, or why is... Excuse me. You're missing something. Wait, why? Okay, there it is. There it is. That made no sense, because every other tower got the perma A and D except for the Avatar Wrath. I have not seen that buff before. So 324k is our current number amount. Oh, right. Gotta keep losing lives. All right, next on list, let's buy our villages. I'm gonna need a homeland 100%. So how's the thought of a 32k homeland defense? Anyway, tier 3, I sleep. I sleep. So right now we have good towers in 2 categories, primary and magic. I think to round off my D, I only want to get 1 more big boy tower, and it's gonna be Spike Factory, Top Path, albeit very expensive. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's 100,000, so that puts a score immediately over 500k, but again, I'm chill with that. I think like top 10 is like 550, so I think I'm gonna try to aim for something around there. But yeah, believe it or not, I'm not getting mad because I don't trust it against rock balloons. The good thing about turbines is that even though it's not as efficient like damage per cost wise, I mean, it's still really good, don't get me wrong. The Mad will struggle against like rock balloons because it doesn't have extra SRAM damage. But turbines has an explosion, so this means we're good against every rock except support. And I think Tax Zone and Avatar Wrath clean up very good against that. Alright, bring on tier 4. You think I should just buy my village right now? Yes. So again, at minimum, I think at least a 200 over here would be nice. But I additionally want to get Call to Arms on it. Because, you know, Homeland only has half uptime. The thing is, I still want to buy more on top of this. It's not going to be my only defense going into tier 5, but it's pretty close to the end. I'll let you know that. I do think some more stuff would be nice. I'm thinking, how about a Super Monkey doubly discounted Sun Avatar? Because again, if we already have Super Brittle and all that, 11.6k, this is probably worth it. 540 now. I also want to go for that second embrittlement, like I said earlier. So now that puts me up to 543. Again, I'm not worried right now about the beating tier 4 here, but I'm trying to prep my defense before tier 5 comes in. Like, I gotta put everything in the right spot. I think this Super Monkey needs to be moved a little bit up. Alright, and then Super Monkey here. Yeah, I like this spot. Look how massive that is. I think that even reaches, I think, the starting dread spot if you add Totem. And then let's move Azili over to the left side. Alright, and that's the end of T4. 4 rounds left. I'm gonna do a 0-0-0 boat. Trust me when I say I'm probably gonna turn this into a Destroyer, but let's hold on first. So before I even start, I am going to buy a tower. Let me explain. I'm buying a thing that doesn't do damage, because the issue with tier 5 is not beating it in the length of Candy Falls, it's beating it in 20 rounds. So to prevent the rounds from progressing as quickly, I'm hoping a shove could add a small effect, because right now they ban. Normally the meta is going May Moab, but that's not allowed, so I gotta go for a cheaper thing. That doesn't matter right now, because Super Mines will destroy everything in the front, but once I move it around, it will matter. Okay, and thankfully I think this plus a Destroyer still puts me below. Oof, $75 below 550. We'll start with that first, okay? Alright, let's not waste time. Totem now. Homeland. And let's go. Indeed, Super Monkey does hit a little bit. That's a lot of the damage that the Super Mines could be getting. So I'm thinking having all this wasted is not as good as not having the buff and having all the spikes and hitting. Ah, well. Without tech bots, I gotta keep remembering to do Homeland and Call to Arms constantly. Okay, I already did a couple things inefficient this run. But here's my Super Mine spot for the right side. Whenever it is time. I'm also contemplating if I should move these two at a time. Maybe keep them, because I need to use 3 Chinook abilities if I want that to work, but maybe it's better to do it preemptively. I don't know. Yeah, preemptively, because you see, this is the faster phase. It is moving really fast. Or rather, I should say, faster Dread Bloon. Haha, I get it. This is where we wish we had Chinook cooldown to be a bit faster, because you see how inefficient this is right now. We're losing so much. I think next has got to be Super Mines. All the mines are completely whiffing. Don't ask me why I really enunciated that first syllable. But okay, Super Minds go. And right now the progress in terms of where Dreadbloon is better than expected. I thought it would be up here by the time it hit. But you see bad news. Look, it's 127, 128. And we're not even a quarter of the way through. So I'm thinking that Shove may not be good enough for this. And we hit Military. That's going to be the easiest phase, at least. Come on, Avatar Wrath. You got to move up. Maybe I should do some Heli Micro so I can try to snipe one BFB. I completely failed there. No, look, I did it right for the Moab. Look, it's going back. It's going back. Right now, I just can't touch any of my other towers, though. But that's perfect. None of my projectiles are hitting. You love to see it. Could I lock it in place, or is that too risky? Nope, it's good, it's good. Lock in place works. Amazing. That's how we do it. We got a main mob at home, but cheaper. And you only gotta do it for a couple of rounds, not too many of them. Move Populous now? Yeah. I should have done that 30 seconds ago, but that's good as well. Shove Crosspath worth it? Well, you asked me, is it worth spending $500 to make this 100% stall into a, get this, 100% stall? Tough decisions we gotta make there, don't we? Another Homeland. And there it is. 2 minutes later, it popped. And just like that, because of the stall, look, we're back on pace. Only 1 round elapsed between the military phase there. Okay, and there's only ZMGs this round. Let me see if I can isolate one. This is probably too hard. It's hard because, like, the Shove makes it move forward still, unlike the Moabs. So, at least I got, like, a couple seconds with it. Alright, here comes Magic. Now that Magic is here, I guess I can just use this time to preemptively move my Avatar Wrath. So how about just here? Oh, also, long line of Moabs this round. Long line of Moabs. Let me try to isolate the last one, if possible. Yep, I did again. This time an F Moab, so that's gonna last twice as long. Oh, I lied. The Destroyer. Bruh. Imagine that, guys. Under $500,000 to beat a boost. An elite boss at that. Bad news, I don't think I should have Chinooked my Populous there. That was a very poor use there. Okay, Sewer Mines now, I guess. Even though it's gonna be useless come support. I just want to get to the phase earlier. Hopefully these mistakes are fine. The fact that there's so many towers. I need to move 4 things, guys. These 4, maybe a 5th one too. But I have so many things I want to move, but not enough time. Wait, the tech zone doesn't even fit under the damn the True Sun God buff. Oh, that's a rip. But we have no damage right now without the Sewer Riddle in range. Thankfully, we get it very soon. Come on, can I stall the F-Mob there? Or do we not cook? Nope. Didn't cook there. Esprit up right now. You think it's worth it just to sell Sewer Mines? Honestly, that's probably a smart idea, right? Yeah. It ends up anti-stalling the rounds. We should do less damage to them. But this does cock block. That's the only issue. Are we good? Holy crap, how is Sun Avatar reaching from this far? That's crazy. Embrittement goes now. And now comes Fasters. Alright. Here it is. The last 1 million. I think I probably shouldn't move the Sun Avatar at all. Because it's going to be in range like within seconds anyways. Next move will probably just be the attack zone. Back to the right side, I think. Stall the BFB. And I think we'll have done it. Even if that was like a pretty imperfect tier 5 kill. Is there such thing as a casual tryhard? Because I think that's what I consider myself as in... No, I'm not going to keep on min-maxing, shaving off for another run, because I could do that. If I really cared, I'd pause right now, start from 120 again, and not buy an upgrade. But I think this is good. Very good. Right under 550k, so what does that score put us at? First off, let's take a look at the pop counts, because everyone loves pop counts. I sold Sewer Mines, but it said in the preview 24 million. 8 mil 15. See, I told you. We need to lose lives because Sun Avatar or Avatar Wrath is really good. 5 million this guy too. 3 million Destroyer. Alright, and drum roll please. 7. I think that's pretty satisfactory for a run that honestly didn't even take that long.